Good. So,
Yeah.
like to tell me a little bit about yourself? Your email was quite brief, really.
Yeah. And it's even briefer now. And a lot have happened since I emailed.
Mhm.
I mean, I already get it. If
Fantastic.
yeah. So I mean, I kept this meeting anyway because I mean, why not?
Great.
Why not?
Well, that's fantastic. It does happen quite a lot, actually, because people, well, more people are realizing their true nature from watching the videos than from
Yeah.
conversations now. So I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. It was hilarious actually. I mean, not being awake is just a belief. So I mean, bam. I've laughed quite a lot actually.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, it is just
So
a mind program, isn't it, really? You see that
yeah.
we've just been programmed to believe that we're existing as a person when we
Hmm.
were. And yeah, it is. It's crazy when you see it.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And all the programming you have from teachers, parents,
Mm.
friends, you name it, everywhere. And they're 95 at least in
Yes.
your head all
Yeah.
the time. It's just stupid.
Would you like to tell me
Yeah.
a bit about the process then? That would be quite interesting. And yeah, and then
So
certainly if you have any questions or anything.
not at the moment, no. Maybe some question will come up. I don't know. But at the moment, no.
No,
I
no,
was totally blank when I sat here. It was just, yeah, what am I
that's a great sign.
Yeah.
Game over.
So game over. Yeah. But it's still trying. I mean, the program is still running, but you see
Yes.
it now.
Yes.
It can't get a hold of you. It's less and less, I have to say. And
Fantastic.
if it gets you, you get out of it, or
Yeah.
I get out of it
Yes.
quite fast. So that's brilliant.
Fantastic.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
It's such a relief to just discover that the energy we've invested in the programs, we were doing it without even realizing we were doing it. And then to be able to withdraw the energy, it just
Hmm.
changed everything. Your
Yeah.
little kitten there, so sweet.
Yeah. Attention seeker.
They don't like it if you talk to someone else, do they?
No, 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 they don't. No. Oh, they're lovely.
Great.
Yeah.
So you were
You
quite a long time. See, well, from birth, by the sound of things, there were a few questions about this human experience.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't get the whole thing.
Um, it sounds as though there have been questions from very early on in life.
Yeah, yeah, it has. I've had a lot of where I doubted, uh, I mean, everything. It didn't
Mm,
make any sense to me,
mm,
the things people said, or
mm.
uh, that you had to do certain things, or no, it didn't make sense. It didn't. And this, I'm not brought up in a religious household or anything, but I had a lot of to do with church when I was a child. I was singing in a choir and other stuff, and I had a teacher that was really into, yeah, she was Christian. So that didn't make sense to me. This heaven and hell thing.
Mm.
I don't remember how old I was when I said. I think I was 12 when I said, if there's a heaven and a hell, then that's here where we are,
Mm.
not somewhere else
Mm.
where you will end up when you die if you have been good or bad.
Mm.
It's here, and I
Yes.
was so certain of it.
Mm. Fantastic.
So
And then,
yeah,
so did things develop through your teen years, or did you have a worldly few years?
sorry, what?
Did you through your teenage years, were they quite sort of normal? Did you just do what teenage girls do, parties and boys and drinking and that kind of thing?
I was a rebel, the really bad kind. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Sorry.
Well, being rebellious in some way, it's because we see the world as being fake and we
Hmm.
can't really comply with that somehow. So that happens quite a lot in the teen years.
Yeah. And
Mm.
the people you were supposed to trust couldn't be trusted.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know. They didn't know. They were
Mm.
equally as lost as I was. So
Mm.
it was felt in a sense that they don't know either. They're just pretending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
So yeah. I found my own way.
Wonderful.
Mm.
And how did it develop then? So did you become a spiritual seeker at some stage, would you say? Did you start looking into different spiritual practices, meditation or anything like that?
Oh yes. Yes. I think I was around 20, my early 20s when it started. I had this feeling uh, that it wasn't real in a sense. I
Mm.
was struggling a lot. I was a single mother with a little child, and
Mm.
I was struggling with money, and I had to work a lot, and I still didn't have any money. And something just told me that this is not how it's supposed to be. Something is seriously off here. Uh, but I didn't find the way then. But it started the seeking, really, really,
Mm.
yeah. So I have done healing, what do you call it, education courses. I
Mm.
don't know the word for it, but yeah, I have done a lot of things.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And how did the clarity emerge for you? How did that? I know it's a little story, really, but it's in recent weeks, really, that it's just clicked into place.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. It started probably right before I emailed you,
Mm.
but somewhere there in between, it just clicked.
Mm.
I remember one morning me and my husband, we sat and had our breakfast, and I was looking at the cat, and I had this strange feeling that this isn't real. And I've had that come and go.
Mm.
So I gave myself to that feeling without any words or anything. And this laughter just bubbled up inside of me for absolutely no reason other than just laughing.
Mm.
And it kind of developed from there when I realized that, wait, it's just a belief.
Mm.
So now,
Fantastic.
no seeker left.
Yeah, wonderful. And how have things been since then? Well, as you say, the invitations continue, but you see them for what they are, so they can't really get hold of you.
No, 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 they can't.
Mm. You're lucky
Mm.
that it's been quite easy, because sometimes when people realize their true nature and then the invitations come, they can sort of come back with a vengeance sometimes to try to draw you back in to the personal realm. But it's probably because of all the different things that you've done before and the clarity that's there also, which is why they don't stick anymore.
Oh, I've been through the vengeance part too. Yeah,
Have you?
yeah, yeah. It was bad. It
Mm.
was really bad. Yeah, I was even suicidal. It was really bad.
Mm.
So yeah, I sat for, I don't know, I think 1 or 2 hours where it felt like my whole energy system was burning
Mm.
with it was developed from fear, and my whole body, the nervous system was just burning like
Mm.
crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, check.
Fantastic.
But now it's funny when I think of it. It wasn't
Mm,
funny then,
no.
but I can see I just bought into it.
Mm,
I said yes. It presented itself, and I said yes. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's difficult sometimes, for people to realize that it's only being fueled by our own energy. It's only because we plug our energy in that we have those experiences without kind of consenting to it or identifying with it, then it can't happen.
no,
So yeah, that's great though.
yeah. I realized that when I listened to or looked at some of your videos. Actually, it was another piece of the puzzle
Good.
that just fit into place.
Yes.
When you said that too, I don't remember which one. That it's because you say it presents itself and you invite it in, so
Yes.
you can say no.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you
Wonderful.
want this piece of shit? No, thank you. Yeah,
Well, that's a very concise way of putting it.
yeah, but it's true.
It is actually, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm just, I don't know. Yeah, it's amazing actually.
Mm,
And I can still feel this coming up. I mean, both in the emotional body and in thought forms, but it's like it's the distance.
mm, mm.
Can just watch it. I don't have to engage with it.
Yes.
So
It's like having
just
a TV on in the background with the volume turned down.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
So mm,
It's wonderful. And well, you seem to have a very strong will, which has been part of it. Very kind of uncompromising in a way, where you don't, when you say no, you mean no, don't you? And that's just the way it ends, really.
yeah, yeah, it's true actually. When I say no, it's really no. But I haven't been good at saying no.
Mm,
Maybe that's why. That when I really say no, then it's no,
mm,
no
mm,
more.
mm.
Yeah. Oh my God, I haven't seen any of my family for 1 month, no, 1 year, 3 months or something like that.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mm.
Um, I realized I didn't like myself when I was with them, and I was trying to change. I was trying to be who I wanted to be,
Wow.
and they didn't like that.
Mm.
It was, yeah. So I ended it.
Fantastic. Well, it's such a
Yeah,
blessing to do that, isn't it? But we are conditioned to try to create an image, and it's such a relief to realize you don't have to do that. And the
yeah.
paradox is people accept you much more easily when they just see that you're yourself, because it gives them permission just to be authentic as well, and it's much easier.
No, that's so true. That's the kind of people you like to be around.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
If I go to myself, that's the kind of people I enjoy being with.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah. And when it comes to family, I mean, the identity there is so strong. It's built so strong. They
Mm.
expect you to behave or uh, yeah, they expect so much of you. You have to be the way they expect you to be.
Well, it's a kind
So
of energy game, isn't it? And it's the programming, which determines that sort of behavior through things like approval or disapproval, is all part of that system to try to draw people in and to
mm,
compensate and invest their energy in it. But it's really nice. I'm sure you'll find when you meet with your family that lots of that stuff will have just disappeared because it takes both sides really to be able to make it become activated. Because if you withdraw the investment, even if there's some reactivity on another side, it doesn't really register because they can't push against anything.
No, no, that's true. I choose to play that part
Mm,
willingly or unwillingly, or yeah,
mm, mm,
conscious or unconscious. It doesn't matter. I choose to play that part.
mm,
And when I didn't want to do that anymore, then yeah, it was
mm.
a mess.
Well, when you visit them, you'll be visiting them as the infinite impersonal being rather than as Sonja. So it'd be
Yeah,
quite different.
yeah. I remember, I'm changing the subject now. In some of the conversations I listened to that you had with someone, you spoke about if they had found their, what's the word? I can't find the word. I mean, if you're here to do something,
Oh yes, like your life
yeah,
purpose.
yeah, exactly.
Mm,
Thank you. That's the
yes.
word.
Mm. Well,
Is it?
I'm sure that's really will be revealed to you because with the clarity that's emerged for you, your purpose will be revealed, and the way it'll be revealed is effortlessly. So it isn't something you need to find.
Nah, yeah,
It's really just making every day as light and joyful and delightful and spending it with people you love to spend your time with. And then you
yeah,
find from there it just develops because people or circumstances or opportunities they just present themselves and then you just know what to do.
yeah, yeah. That's the exact feeling I've had about
Mm,
it when I thought about it. Yeah.
mm.
But I wanted to ask anyway. I mean, why
Yes.
not?
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, it's lovely that so many people are attaining clarity and will be able to share with others because that's really how the consciousness changes. And just so and you don't quite know how that'll happen. It could happen with people locally, or it could happen in different ways. But it's just having that sense of being available.
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll just be happy then.
Yeah, that's
Enjoy every moment.
definitely that's the responsibility you have now.
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh,
see, the seeking is something, you know, usually there's a seeking in the world for lots of people, and then that can be hijacked into spiritual seeking. But when the spiritual seeking comes to an end, then there's just this feeling of an open space and just being available because there isn't any motivation to be trying to find anything anymore.
no, exactly. Sometimes that makes me a bit restless. It's not a negative restlessness, it's a
Mm,
positive restlessness.
mm.
I'm like jumping up and down and I want to do something, but I don't know what I want to do. So, yeah, it's like being a child.
Mm. Well, that's the best place to be, really.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Do you feel people close to you may be open to realization?
I only have one or maybe two persons close to me right now. One is my husband, and there's a definite yes.
Hmm.
And the other one is one of his children, his daughter.
Hmm.
She's grown up. Uh, yeah, I think so. She's a seeker. She's definitely a seeker.
Great.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
But it's nice you don't need to worry about it because it just happens, really.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When I meet her, I can sense sometimes that no, not now.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, well, that's the thing to go by. It is that inner knowing and knowing you can trust that.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
you,
that's the most amazing part, to realize that I can trust myself.
mm,
I can trust this.
mm, mm.
I don't have to look outside.
No.
No,
Well, you'll probably stop reading books and watching videos as well. Or if you do, it'll only be for entertainment because there isn't anything you need to find anymore.
no. Oh, that's so true. Or just ride on the wave because it's fun.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm, mm.
yeah. I like to listen to old videos that I used to look at or listen to that I didn't quite get,
Mm.
to listen to them now when I can hear what's actually being said.
Yes,
That's quite fun actually.
yes. Well, that's good because also you can detect the level of truth as well in what's being said. Uh,
Yeah,
whereas before, there isn't the clarity to know what's true or what's important. But
yeah,
but with one's own clarity, that can be detected, and it's yeah, it's good because it helps confirm your own clarity, and yeah, that's great.
yeah. So if someone is trying to give a belief, then it's a no.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you meet many people in your daily life, or do you live quite a fairly quiet life?
I live a fairly quiet life.
Mm,
I haven't worked for quite some time now,
mm,
3 or 4 years. Not, I mean, full-time
mm,
job.
mm,
Mm, I worked spontaneously a bit here and a bit there, but
mm,
for the latest maybe a year,
mm.
I haven't worked at all. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm jumping up and down. And I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Well, the space probably has made it easier for you because, if you're working, you can be distracted, but just having that time to immerse oneself, in knowledge, it can happen more quickly then.
Yeah,
But whatever's going to be coming along will also be able to reveal itself because there isn't any distraction from that. So, and it really the biggest contribution with realization is just being present in this dualistic realm because um, that's the most important thing. So activity is secondary, really.
mm, yeah,
So you don't really need to consider it because in the meantime, it can just be really enjoyable. And then if if there's something you're being directed towards, then you'll see it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're struggling to find anything to talk about really because there isn't much.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Nothing left to talk about but words.
Hmm.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah,
It is when it's seen, it's just hilarious. You just can't believe that you didn't see it somehow.
no, no. But it's really interesting. I mean, I can see so many things looking back that I always got exactly what I asked for, whether
Well,
I knew it or not. Exactly what I asked for.
mm, mm,
Even this time I've had to be just on my own,
mm, mm,
that I found so boring at times, but
mm,
it was exactly what I asked for.
mm.
Yeah. So yeah. How's the weather in England?
That's a great question. That's actually that's a great summary of the end of seeking, isn't it? When all you can talk about is the weather.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's
all the
all.
quest all the question have already answered themselves. So yeah, nothing to do.
No, no. Do you live in the city or do you live in the countryside?
We live in on the countryside, but not full countryside. It's a
Mm,
really small village.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
yeah, nice quiet little place. 2,000 people, I believe, live here.
Ah, lovely. Mm,
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice.
mm. Yeah, quite interesting. Lots of people from Scandinavia seem to be realizing their true nature at the moment because whether it's because of there's there's a sort of light energy in Scandinavia in some ways. I know in other ways, in some of the culture, for instance, that it can be a bit dark, but generally the programming doesn't seem to be as intense as it is in Central Europe.
Yeah, yeah. Have you spoken to a lot of people from Scandinavia?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, mainly the three of them.
yeah. Oh, that's good.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say anymore. Uh, so I think I should let you off the hook here, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah,
Even though it was very nice talking to you, I appreciate it really, really
yeah,
much.
really
I
lovely.
appreciate what you do.
Well, lovely
It's
to meet you.
yeah, you too.
How would you feel about posting our conversation on my channel?
Oh, you can post it,
Would you be
definitely.
okay?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It's quite a unique one, this, because it's quite short, because there's so little to say, but it's a great it's like a really pure um description of the end of seeking, because there's no residue really, which is what's yeah, so
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you can post it.
fantastic. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you for helping so many people. Thank you for being available for those who need to ventilate what's going on.
I like the way you said that. It was quite tactful, because in some ways you know that there isn't anything to do, and like it's because everything's already fully known, but there does seem to be some little some slight kind of direction or something. But yeah, it is. It's amazing though, the way it happens, and the way the way people who are ready. I'm so fortunate that most people I speak with, they're people who are realizing their true nature rather than seeking. Some people are seeking for years, but it seems to be everyone who's just right at the end of the line who I get to speak with. So yeah,
Yeah, that's brilliant. That
it
must be
is.
amazing.
Well, it is. Well, just the way, well, it's like the way you and I have met. You know,
Yeah,
how you couldn't ever, if I came to Sweden to try to find you or to find someone like you, it would be impossible, wouldn't it? But it's just that's effortless being there, really.
yeah, yeah.